Welcome to Deep Dive with Minister Chiffon. Tonight we are unpacking one word, capacity, through the story of the widow in 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. This isn't just about a miracle. It's about how God builds, stretches, and fills your capacity for more. When life feels empty, when pressure starts to rise, when your oil seems small, God's not punishing you. He's preparing you. He's teaching you how to carry more grace, more faith, more provision, and more purpose. Grab your Bible, your notebook, and your expectation. Because when the widow made room, God made overflow. Let's dive in. There was a widow. She was broken, burdened, and bankrupt. Her husband had died and her sons were about to be enslaved. And she was also just drowning in debt. She desperately cried out to the prophet Elisha. She cried out to him and he asked her, "What do you have in your house?" She said nothing except a small jar of oil. Elisha gave her instructions that would stretch her capacity. Go, borrow jars, not just a few. Then she poured the oil into them. She obeyed, she borrowed, she poured, she filled. And the oil kept flowing into every jar. Every empty space was full. When she stopped collecting jars, the oil stopped. The miracle matched her capacity. God filled every area and every space she made available to him. Capacity begins where emptiness lives. Capacity begins where emptiness lives. The widow thought she had nothing left, but emptiness is where capacity lives. Sometimes God allows emptiness not to punish you, but to prepare you. He can't fill what's already filled. He fills the spaces that has been surrendered. He fills the spaces that has been surrendered. Ask yourself, what area of my life have I been calling empty that God is calling ready? That's something to think about. Your emptiness is an invitation for expansion. Capacity requires obedience that stretches you. Believe me, it does. Elisha's instructions didn't make sense. Borrow jars, that's what she could be thinking. Borrow jars. She didn't have extra oil, but she needed extra capacity. God often will give us instructions that feel uncomfortable because obedience builds capacity. When you follow his word beyond the logic, you create space for supernatural increase. Declare this: Lord, stretch my capacity, expand my faith, enlarge my obedience. Capacity grows when you pour what you have. Elisha asked her, "What do you have?" She said, "A jar of oil." That oil represents what she still carried, her remaining capacity. She, as she poured, God multiplied. As she gave, he grew. Capacity doesn't grow by holding back. It doesn't. It grows by pouring out. You'll never know what God can do with your oil until you start pouring. So I encourage you to pour. Say this with me: I'm pouring what I have and trusting God to expand my capacity. I'm pouring what I have and trusting God to expand my capacity. Your capacity sets the limit to your overflow. When the last jar was filled, the oil stopped. We all see that. Not because God ran out of power, not at all, but because she ran out of capacity. God will always fill what you prepare. If you bring him small faith, he feels that. If you bring him great expectation, he feels that too. Pray this: God, I don't want to limit you of my small thinking. Increase my capacity for more of you. Pray that prayer in faith. Capacity is strengthened under pressure. Under pressure. As she poured, she didn't know when the oil would stop. That's how capacity grows in uncertainty. God uses pressure to stretch your ability to believe Him, to trust Him, and carry His promises. He's not breaking you, He's building your container. Declare this: Lord, even under pressure, I will keep pouring. Expand my capacity for your purpose. That's a bold declaration. It's bold. Your capacity isn't about what you have. Again, your capacity isn't about what you have. It's about what you can handle. God's goal isn't to just bless you, although He wants to. It's to build you so you can sustain the blessing. To build you so you can sustain the blessing. This week, don't fear the stretch. It's building capacity. Don't despise empty space. It's divine preparation. Don't settle for full. Ask for the overflow. Say it with me. God, increase my capacity to believe, to receive, and to carry more of your glory. The widow, when she made room, God made overflow. Your miracle is tied to your capacity. Whatever feels small, whether it's your oil, your strength, your opportunity, God says, keep pouring. I'm expanding your capacity for abundance. This is your stretching season. It's leading to overflow. And if this message stirred you, share this live with someone who is in a stretching season. Comment capacity below if this is your declaration that God is increasing your ability to carry His promise. And I thank you once again for joining Deep Dive with Minister Chiffon. We came from 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. The theme is capacity. See you next time, same place, same times, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. Keep stretching, keep trusting, keep pouring. Because when you make room, God always feels it.